What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Payne. Welcome back to another Street Fighter Duel video. Alright guys, real quick on the Twitter page. If you have not done so, go ahead and give it a follow. Right over here. Boom. Like that. And then what you guys will get once in a while, and we've talked about this in a previous video, is the devs have implemented a brand new way to get yourself some free diamonds, and that is through the celebration of these units' birthday. So right now, two different codes have come out. T Hawk Day, if you put that into your actual game, as well as Ryu Day, you're going to get yourself some diamonds. So this is the 21st and the 21st, which is today, and that will net you guys some diamonds. So keep a lookout for this. I'm going to be jumping on here and looking out for it as well too, making sure that I get you guys the best information possible out for that. And then on top of that, we have Gouken coming very soon. Now I want to talk a little bit about Gouken. A lot of people are like, what the hell is a Gouken? Some of you guys are not that versed in Street Fighter lore. And some of you are. So what we're going to do first real quick, I was going to show you guys how to actually do the exchange code. Click on there, exchange code here, put T Hawk Day, and you can see here, you should get yourself 200 diamonds. Okay. And then same thing with Ryu, exchange day, Ryu Day, you get yourself, oh wait, oh, I have to try again later. I think it's because I can't do more than one. Let's try that again. Ryu Day. Yep, free 400 diamonds, great for free to play. Why not, right? That's going to get you at least halfway through getting yourself a free ticket over here. So make sure you're collecting. Now, with that being said, those free tickets are going to be either saved for Gouken or you're going to be saving it for your collaboration units, which we think is going to be TMNT anyways. So what I want to do real quick is talk about Gouken, what he's all about, who he is, and a little bit of his lore, because some of you guys are interested in that kind of thing, and I figured this was a good time to do it, because if you look at the events, he himself is going to be dropping in the next, what are we looking at, 4 days and 13 hours, right? We're going to be seeing Gouken drop, and he is going to be a hell of a unit, I'd imagine, because of who he is and what he brings from a lore perspective. So let's talk a little bit about Gouken. So Gouken is mostly depicted, as you can see here, as an elderly man with a white beard and a prayer bead normally around his neck, was back in the day, but now what they've done is they put the prayer bead in the back of his head where his hair is, and it holds his hair together in a ponytail. That's because Akuma actually has the prayer beads from the original lore. Funny little story, if you played the original Street Fighter, you guys remember probably when Ryu won a fight, he used to say, like, you must defeat Shang Long to stand a chance. Well, originally Gouken's name was Shang Long, which means, I think, something dragon, which is incorrect actually, because what they really wanted to do is say you must defeat Gouken to stand a chance, and that has been now a running meme for quite some time for the original Street Fighter in the Western culture. Also, Gouken is Akuma's brother. Some of you may not have known that. Now, they both trained under Gotetsu, who was their master. He was the original practitioner for the nameless art that is now known as, obviously, Satsu no Hado. And he developed it as an intentional killing method that was used back in the feudal Japan days. And he was a military man who came back from the military, found these two brothers, and decided to train them both. Now, the difference was Akuma was intrigued by the dark side of the killing intent, and he killed his own master to become the, I guess, top G, when he used Andrew Tate terms, for the Satsu no Hado, and he embraced it completely and wanted to become the strongest in the world. While Gouken, on the other hand, used it as a self-defense mechanism and developed his own style by using the same art. Now, Akuma and Gouken had a fight at one point or another. Akuma did the Raging Demon on him, thinking he actually killed him. But that was not the case, as we found out in Street Fighter 4, when Gouken actually had woken up. This whole time, Ryu and Ken thought their master had died, and they went out to actually hunt down Akuma and get revenge. Gouken was, a matter of fact, still alive. He just was in a state of nothingness. So, real quick, Gouken, when he opened up his dojo after his master died and he and Akuma parted ways, his first pupil was not actually Ryu and Ken. It was actually Dan. He took in Dan as a pupil, and Dan was out for revenge, and Gouken realized that's what the goal was for learning, so he actually kicked Dan out, and that's why when you see Dan playing these games, his fighting style is incomplete, because he never got it completely done through Gouken, so he never completed his art. Now, the reason why Dan was looking for revenge, obviously, was on Sagat, right? So Gouken eventually became a respected teacher to Ryu and Ken, who he pretty much adopted as his own sons, and he taught them everything he knew about the actual art. After that, like I mentioned, Akuma defeated his brother, after they were out for Ryu and Ken were out for doing some. They were doing some errands. I think Akuma actually lost the first time, to be honest. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I think Akuma lost the first time, then he came back, and then he beat his brother, right? So it was one of those things where Gouken could have beaten his brother, most likely. He could have actually finished off his brother. He had a chance to, but he didn't, because that's not what he's all about. He's about peaceful defense, and he's all about harmony, right? And that's what he's trying to teach Ryu. Now, he does make a return, like I mentioned, in Street Fighter 4. He does seal off the Setsu no Hado in Ryu in the actual storyline using the power of nothingness. The two brothers, again, face off with one another to control Ryu's fate as a prize. And then Gen witnessed it in awe as the story goes. And the exact outcome of the fight is actually unknown. But it's known that both of them survived and that Ryu does not go to Akuma. So that's a good sign. Obviously, we see Ryu in Street Fighter 6. Afterward, Ryu and Ken ask Gouken to stay with them a while, but Gouken tells them that they're both grown men and they no longer need a master. So, Gouken is, in fact, one of the most powerful lore characters in Street Fighter. How that's going to translate into this game is going to be interesting. We know Evil Ryu is incredibly powerful in this game. We know Akuma is incredibly powerful. So I would imagine that Gouken is going to be no less powerful than them. He just plays a different role. From what I know from the other versions, he actually does play as a tank. And you can see here, if you fight him in the Shadowloo City, he has quite a few moves that actually do no damage to him at all. So it's going to be interesting to see his passive, his skills. Any funny little tidbit here, he's also one of the only users that can do Hadouken with one hand. So a couple different things, right? You can see Dan kind of tries to do it the same way as him, but it doesn't go through quite as well, right? So that's Gouken in a nutshell, guys. He is the other half of the art. He's not the Setsu no Hado. He's actually the peaceful art part of the art, and he's the master of Ken and Ryu, and also the brother of Akuma. So again, very lore heavy. Did not unfortunately make an appearance until Street Fighter 4, so not quite as lore heavy as Akuma or Ryu and Ken, obviously, but still plays a major part in the movies, the animes, the mangas, and the games. Alright guys, I hope this video was insightful. Looking forward to Gouken. Not sure if I'm going to pull for him 100% because I'm trying to save for the next unit because he's going to be around forever. So we may see a summon video on him, we may not. I've got about 110 tickets left, I think. Let me go. This is my main. Okay. I've been saving up, so let's see what I got here. 140. I've been saving up every day, right? So, and buying every day. So we're going to get another probably 100 or so through the event. So 240. I may actually summon for him. We'll see. I know with the Ninja Turtles coming down soon, it may be worth saving for that as well too. But I'm going to have to see Gouken's skills and his actual kit in order to see if he's going to be completely meta or not. The problem with tanks, of course, is the fact that they don't really do well with bosses, and that's kind of where he falls flat for me. But again, we'll take a look. I'll give you guys a full breakdown of him, and we'll talk about him. We'll do a showcase, do the usual thing. All right, guys, this is Payne. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll talk to you guys in the next one.